of course. Is that 2001? You sure? I thought it was 2051. That's what I'm into. I don't like this old sci-fi. I like the new stuff. The stuff that's not even out yet. It goes to another school.
That's pretty good.
That's right. That's right. Yes, that's what I do.
For you.
I am your sci-fi leader, Tiberius. I don't know his first or last name, though.
I like to watch movies about sci-fi that hasn't happened yet.
The hell? Somehow I feel like that went from a compliment to you making fun of me.
That was your White Sox moment.
Check the tape when you were like, good point. So how can you watch 2001 anymore? Because it's already happened.
Right. How can you watch 1984?
I don't think you can because it's a book.
No, they made a movie.
Was it crap?
No, it was actually very good.
I should watch that because I don't read books. If I read books, you know what would happen to me? A bear would come up and eat me. It would see me deep in thought and just go, well, guess this is the end for this fucking guy. Wow. I'd be like, hey, bear, how do I taste? It's possible. I'm drinking a 12-ounce beer and it feels like a 5-pound dumbbell.
Oh, you do have a shorty there. And a small beer.
You almost got me. Just about. What are we talking about tonight?
Let's do a podcast and let the listeners find out.
Is this our first one? Do we have a name? Are we not men? We are Devo.
Hello, everyone. This is TheAscertainers. I'm Mark, and my podcast partner is Jim. Say hello to everyone.
Salutations.
I'm Mark, as I said before, and we're usually a music podcast, and we will cover some music. Then we'll go on to other topics. Oh. Tonight we have a great one that everyone loves.
Yes. It's like the Grateful Dead of food items. Everyone loves it.
I was going to think Rush. Oh, I threw it right back in your face.
It's about timing. Timing. Yes, so here we are. I'm Jim, Mark's other half, and first podcast partner of many, I'm sure.
Soon to be gone.
Right, yeah, I think this could be my last one, so let's get our money's worth here. But Mark gave me a little bit of a corner review today at the Newt's. We don't want to implicate Newt. We'll talk positively about Newt's later, but it happened at the restaurant. So it was like that scene in Jerry Maguire where he fires his...
Right. I took him to Chili's or whatever it is.
Yeah, public place.
Yeah.
Oh, it just made sense.
It was a beatdown.
But you took me to Newt's.
I did take you to Newt's.
I was thinking about Newt's. This is bad. Have I not said this yet? 70... Well, I don't know what episode this will be. It'll be probably in the 70s. We just launched or aired episode 75. Have I not said they don't call it Olts?
No, you have not said that.
Or Olts. Olts.
Is that a double negative? No, you have not.
Oh, there's like a triple negative. Well, no. No, you have... there's a bunch in there. It's not good. It's not... Well, shit. Run the sequence. His brain is overloading. So anyhow, but that was I thought that was there were a few clever parts of Jerry Maguire, but the one was when Jay Mohr got offended at the guy he just fired and said, you know how hard this is for me?
Jay Mohr was actually a very good actor. And
well, because he just saw the movie Go. He was a pretty funny guy. Prescience. He was okay on SNL. He just doesn't have, He doesn't have the star. He's not going to be in the Tom Cruise roles. He's going to be in...
He doesn't have the it
You know what he is? I would say he's David Spade level, lovable, which is high. But as far as mass appeal, he's lovable.
A little bit below David Spade, but still.
But he's no Brendan Fraser. I'll tell you that.
Actually, I just saw Whale,
Sure you
or
did.
The Whale, where Brendan Fraser plays this really obese character.
Oh, good.
It's very good. Very
All right.
sad, but very
I should
good.
probably waddle, not walk, to see that one, huh?
No, it's a very
Were
good.
you like, why didn't they call it Jim instead of Will? Jim there must be one called Jim
I
already.
would never say anything like that.
I just saw a clip of Paul Rubens, a.k.a. Pee Wee Herman, on, let's say it was Conan or Letterman, from like the 2000s, where he was like a legit actor by then. He was in some good stuff. Good movies, minor roles, but I'm like, holy shit, he looks just like one of the kids in the fucking neighborhood. He has like the same like expression, like his eyes are the same as a kid.
This neighborhood?
Yes. So I'm what are we calling it? Deliberating. I'm trying to decide. It's deliberating whether or not to tell one of the parents, like, you gotta see this, man, because I don't think that would be a good person to be associated with. Hey, you look like that guy used to jerk off in theaters and stuff.
Why was he arrested for that? That just makes no sense at all. It's
If you've never heard, I'll try to find. Okay, we'll try this and try to do it right this time. I'm going to try to find a clip of Norm Macdonald being interviewed, who I think is top 3 funniest all time.
Yeah, he is very funny.
And he's talking about Brokeback Mountain, and it's so funny. So I'm not even going to try to do it any justice.
I've never seen it.
Brokeback Mountain?
Yeah.
It's like Herb Brooks then.
I don't know the reference.
Miracle. He died before it came out. And the line was, he didn't see it, he lived it. So, yeah, that would make sense in the case of, what was that movie again?
I have not watched Miracle either.
Oh.
Isn't that terrible?
Or Brokeback Mountain. That's what I was going for. I was trying to let you down gentle, or actually to get you to say it. But you've never seen Miracle? Well, it's it's like Titanic. You pretty much know how it ends, right?
Right.
So, except in this case, the guy bangs the frozen chick. No, wait, what? I can't tell.
I'll watch
feel
it.
bad. I'd
so
feel
I'll know.
horrible if I told you how Miracle ends. Or Willy Wonka. Or what was the other one you just said?
2001?
Titanic. That
Oh,
was it.
You said that.
Titanic. They all lived. Spoiler alert. I spelled Titanic different. That's the joke.
Funny.
Do you want to talk about Newts? We should.
Let's do that.
All right. We went to
You're going
Newts.
to be concise and do a very proper promo. That's what we talked about.
Newts. Go eat there. They don't call it Ulst. Good night. Ask for Sarah. Actually, we learned a new name tonight. Itzley. Was that it? Itzley?
Itzel. I thought it was like the car, Edsel. Itzel.
Itzel? Maybe it was Itzel. The other way. Andy's sister. She has a name. I think we probably are better off just going with Andy's sister, though.
I think so, because we don't know
Her name
for
was
sure.
either Itzel or Itzley. I think that's the only 2 possible combinations.
Could be.
So, which means it's probably some other one. But
Right.
Anyway, yeah. Good times. What with the, you mixed it up.
I did. I went with the fish and chips.
There you go. Is that because of Lent?
Plus, I can't tell the months of the year, I guess. So, but
Lent. I think they should have upcharged you because it's like beyond fish.
it was Jim's night to pay, so I went with the cheaper meal to be nice.
I didn't even think about that.
I lambasted him the whole evening about what he did the last podcast, Bill.
Lambast. Is that a cooking technique?
You should see someone about your yawning and always being tired.
Usually that's during errors and omissions. Is that what we're doing right now?
No,
we're doing the Newts promo. It's a little early.
But you should have
right?
like a sleep study done.
Well, I probably should get my CPAP fired up. I should put a Hemi in it because we're doing a little extra work these days. So, speaking of healthy sleep, how's everything going for you, Mark?
I sleep well.
Apparently, Mark is a snorer.
I am, but I sleep fine. because I have a Sleep Number bed and a My Pillow.
You have a smart bed and a smarter pillow? Holy shit, you're the dumbest guy in the whole goddamn room.
I did 2 promos right there.
Yes.
Who sold out? Not me.
You got a smart TV. You got a fucking revolutionary pillow. It's patented.
I felt like Wayne's
patented.
World.
Which one?
Wayne's World, where he's holding up the Pizza Hut pizza and then the Pepsi. And...
Oh, yeah. Oh, your bedroom. So that you're doing like name, image, and likeness stuff from your bedroom? Get your Posturepedic. No, yeah, your
Sleep Number.
Sleep Number. Sorry.
My Pillow. I'm just like hitting them all.
You got a bag of, you got a Vaseline, you got a jug of that. It looks like one of those, you get Vaseline in the size thing that like baseball teams get their bubble gum in, like a big giant bucket of it. And you just probably just tear that out of there like in handfuls.
And I got it delivered monthly.
Monthly? Whoa, that must be Led. Hey-o.
Oh.
I heard you got it delivered weekly. But you spelled week, W-E-A-K-L-E-Y.
That's mean.
Shit, I got bad news. We're still in the Newt's promo. Go to Newt's.
Sorry, Newt. Sorry, Corey.
Go to Newt's. Maybe try something fried, not or grilled, not deep fried, because you don't want to be thinking about Mark's Vaseline supply. That they could have mixed that up. So anyway, go there. Sub the tots or the onion rings. That's a smart move. What else? Everything's good.
It was very nice. Sarah treated us very well tonight. Talked to us a lot. Ate some of the tots.
That's how you know you've been taken in. Is that they're talking to you and they just grab a tot. And it's because she knew we weren't going to finish them all. There was a zillion of them.
Right.
She won't eat a bite of your burger. Take your burger.
And I hadn't seen Kayla in a long time, so it was nice to see her again. It was a good night.
Kayla's OG. Kayla likes the state fair.
And Jim's wife joined us tonight, which was always wonderful.
My first wife, Chris.
So all in all, it was a great time at Newt.
It was a good night. Good night.
And I got to see a friend.
Yeah. Who's that guy?
Just a friend from the health club that I see quite often.
The health club or the spa? Or the bathhouse?
Turkish bath.
I don't know why they call it Turkish. They're doing a lot of Greek shit in there. So, anyhow. So, let's go there. Shit.
Sorry.
I think this might be our last night of the sponsorship. We're really
Sorry again, Newt.
Extra stuff. Remember that clean, tight promo we were going to do?
Yeah, it was perfect.
Well, careful what you wish for. They were probably on the edge of their seat in the lawyer's office going, well, should we renew these guys? And then they heard that. So next time we'll just mail it in, and it seems to go better. Should we just jump from one landmine to another? You want to do the radio game, Mark?
Let's do Errors and Omissions.
Oh, please. I don't think I have any.
I don't either. I have one that the Quick Draw McGraw was a horse, not a donkey. He was a white horse.
Okay. Yeah, I guess how would you know if he was a fucking donkey? Size of his...
I don't know. It's a kid's cartoon.
Snout.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I go, for a snout, usually. Do you know what a donkey's good for? I do.
Podcast?
Yep. No! Oh, look at him. Look at him prancing around the meadow right now. Here comes the donkey. They are protective. So you want to have a donkey or two, and they will get out in front of the whatever a herd of goats or fucking kindergartners. I don't care. But they will, when they sense a foreign threat or whatever, they'll come out, they'll make a whole bunch of racket and kind of be hard to get around. And so they're protectors. That's what they are. They're like a alarm system.
Are they a stronger pack animal also, that you can load them up with more goods or whatever you needed and they can carry them better than...
as a pachyderm?
Is that like a
pachyderm?
A lotion?
Is like a camel. No, that's a bunch of derms. You're thinking of the carton of derm. I'm just talking about the pachyderm. You buy those at the airport or a Quick Trip. This is bad.
It hurts.
In case you only need a couple. You're going to throw one away. Holy shit, that was bad. We haven't had one of those in weeks, dude. Oh.
I don't know if the listeners will understand what we're laughing at, but oh.
Yeah, so a dog, I think a pachyderm, I think of a like camel or a beast of burden.
Going back to what we were actually talking about.
Or some other shitty Stone song. So,
oh.
Yes, a donkey, you can put shit on a donkey.
Let's go to the radio
They're
game.
a pack animal, which is, I think, probably pachyderm. I think if we did a spelling bee, we would be able to break that shit down. All right, let's do the radio game.
Origin?
We should just, use a sense, we should just end this fucking podcast today. Like, not just episode, I'm talking all of it, because I don't know how we top that stupidity. All right. So the radio game is a profitable venture for whoever wins it, in that Mark and I will each list 4 bands, 2 of which will be you've heard of them, and 2 that maybe don't get listened to as much. Mark and I will talk at length after this about how Ram Jam and the Grateful Dead fit into this. But, yeah, that's what I did. And anyway.
You are not going to like my picks.
So once we get done, once we each give our 4 bands, that I'll put this little earbud in my ear on this super cool transistor radio that is tuned to KQRS, Twin Cities, Minneapolis, St. Paul's greatest rock station ever. And usually they're playing something from when I was about fucking 14. So that's, pardon the F's there, kids. But Mark, do you want to go first with your legacy bands? Meaning these are 2 bands that you probably heard of before?
Led Zeppelin and Boston.
Ooh, someone's winning tonight. I went with Dire Straits and the Stones.
I'm going to go with Mountain and Ram Jam.
Mountain and Ram Jam. Mark's just a total.
I'm going to do Ram Jam till it wins.
A horrible person. Oh, that's good. That's actually not a bad strategy. I'm going with the Romantics and Simple Minds.
Oh, don't you forget about me.
Hey. What did you go with?
Ram Jam and...
No, top 2.
Led Zeppelin and Boston. Oh, and my favorite song, too, of Led Zeppelin.
Give that man his money.
Cashmere.
What did I say after you named those 2 high-quality bands? I said someone's going to win tonight. All right. Winner.
Chicken dinner.
What does a non-chicken eater eat for dinner? Winner dinner.
Victory.
Tastes like victory. And styrofoam, surprisingly. You can get yourself a nice, we should...
Extra black sock. I can't afford 2, but...
I think what your problem is I thought you meant like to get them extra black. Like they're fine. Like dark gray is fine. It's not white.
I should get a gray pair. I went too
It's
far.
a good transition pair. Yeah, you're right. I'm surprised they don't tell you that at the checkout. At the Fleet Farm when you're buying 58 pairs of white socks. Sir, I see you're wearing white socks right now, and you've got a whole lot of black socks here. Have you considered our pachyderm pack?
For those not acquainted with Minneapolis and Fleet Farm, or Minnesota and Fleet Farm.
Oh, Fleet Farm. Go ahead and describe Fleet Farm.
I don't know. It was like a country store that had everything back in the...
Kind of like a beefed out hardware store. But they sell shirts and shit. They sell clothing.
Clothing, food.
Horse shit. For sure, the farm part. So you can get yourself a nice salt lick.
Get yourself a mower or fishing pole.
Fishing.
They do a lot of...
rods. Call them rods around here. You get yourself a hunting license and a gun.
Yes, a lot of sporting gear.
Gun.
And any type of athletic apparel or equipment you need.
And looking at the color of your shirt, I have to say you can buy about a 5-pound bag of circus peanuts. It's a little more on the salmon hue, but it does remind me of a nice quality.
I never thought of that, but you are correct.
I think we got to do a peanut, what do you call them, circus peanut challenge? Because the difference between a fresh one and one that's not fresh is like
I can't eat
Between,
either one.
Tuna fish and
I don't like marshmallows either.
beef fucking jerky. You know, like what? Marshmallows?
Yeah.
Who does? Who likes a marshmallow just for the sake of it? It's got to be on something.
No, I think people actually like marshmallows.
Who? Do you know any
That guy we once met.
that you wasted with the tire chain? I feel like you've killed more people than me, and I've only killed a couple. So we're not going to name names or nothing, are we?
Well, you killed the podcast, so you got that on me.
Murdered it about fucking 5 minutes ago. Hey yo. And again, if a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it, did it make a noise?
Wait, we're getting listeners. Well, tonight I came up with a topic about pizza. I think everyone loves pizza other than my father. He did not care for pizza. So we never ordered out pizza growing up, ever. Go ahead, Jim. He's raising his hand.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Did your dad have something against it, or did he just... It sounds like he must have. He deprived the whole family of America's favorite Italian food?
Well, you brought up what would be your favorite frozen pizza. So we had those.
Oh, which...
Oh, I love some of those.
We'll
get into it.
Should we just start with frozen pizza? Or not? I don't want to hammer your dad, because your dad sounds like a good guy.
He was. He just didn't like pizza. Totino's.
Is that the one with the party crust? Or the party pizza?
Oh, I don't know if that's what it was named.
That's what we used to get down in Rochester, Minnesota. Mayo Clinic. Have you heard of it? Anyway. Is Geno's twin packs. And they had the sauce, or the pepperoni was a little cube. Tiny little cubes.
Oh, yeah.
Of pepperoni.
I
It was
think
like dog food.
Totino's had that also.
Did they too? Maybe they all hit a pepperoni guy. But the Geno's, God, and that would feed like the whole, we eat so much more than when I was a kid. Holy shit. They were the worst pizzas they just had. And then cheese was also little bricks or little blocks of cheese. It wasn't like strands of cheese. It was just, it looked like something bad happened out in the winter.
But back then, they were smaller, too. They were about 8-inch.
Smaller, thinner, a suggestion of sauce, and then the Italian seasoning carried it. That was the most calories came out of basil and the other guy. But
my lame claim to fame through...
Ding, 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 ding. Triple rhymer. Mark got the triple rhymer. Take another $1.
Through my folks.
Your main claim to fame?
Lame.
Better. That's a total rhyme. Yes, go.
They knew the elders Totino's.
Oh, the Palucci's? Or was that Palucci's or no?
No, the actual Totino's family.
I guess that was Geno's was Palucci.
Oh, okay.
Because it was Gino Palucci.
So
really, are there Northeasters? No wonder the pizza was bland.
They had a great restaurant right down there on Central.
Called Totino's or called something else?
Totino's restaurant. They closed it.
There's a show. Mark's wearing his black and gold watch, and I'm just noticing it now.
Totino's pizza rolls. Everybody's had those.
Everyone's had those, and everyone's done the thing where you bite into it when it's right out of the oven.
Oh, yeah, and you burn your...
And it, like, burns the uvula because you got a little torque out of that bite. When you bit down, it didn't just ooze in your mouth. It, like, shot because of the pressure of the heat, and it got hung up on your uvula. And then you had a sore one of those the next day.
And then you went to the dentist and they said, oh, you had Totino's pizza rolls.
My dentist is like, do you eat a lot of popcorn? I'm like, fuck. What else do you know? Before I answer that, I want my lawyer here. So,
I love the Stouffer's French bread pizza growing up.
Can I ask you a question? Did you have a toaster oven as a kid?
No, we just had an oven.
Same. And a microwave. We had a microwave.
We didn't have a microwave. No. I went off to college before my folks got a microwave.
I guess I was probably in junior high, so that would have put you in end of high school.
So I went to college, and then after I got out of college, because I couldn't have a microwave there, And then when I got my first apartment, I was cooking Totino's pizza rolls, and I put them in for 20 minutes.
Into a microwave?
Yeah.
Oof.
Because I had no idea about a
Did
microwave.
you put a paper towel over it? Or was it just stuck everywhere?
It was smoke everywhere. Wow. Oh, it was bad. I actually stopped it before the 20 minutes was up because my...
That surprises me because you are a bit of a rule follower. But did you?
I had no idea about microwaves.
Was this like your junior year when you're off campus, or was this?
No, I was not.
Graduated?
I was after I graduated. I was in Oklahoma at the time.
Oh, that's even more disappointing that you were 21 years old. No,
I didn't even look at the package. I was thinking, oh, it's got to be like I had no idea. It was my first time using a microwave, and my roommate just came in and said, "What the hell are you doing?"
I'm going to go up with you.
He was a rich kid.
I'm going to go up with you to make sure you're familiar with running water when you use the bathroom.
What?
Laboratory. I'm just going to go up with you next time you go to the bathroom. Make sure you're doing that right, because you might be...
What? Running water?
Pissing in the sink. Yeah, see, I knew it. Yeah.
That seems weird.
A lot of times the plants die in that room after you've been here.
I just remember the outhouse.
I have recently shat in a outdoor scenario, but it's Ange's, and he has built his up real nice. It's got everything but heat.
Excuse nice.
Me, but just with the 1T heat. If it has a butt heat, you provide your own butt heat there. But it is, he says it's like a Pinterest outhouse because it's on a slab. He's got it's vented. On the other side is a storage thing. That's
very nice.
You don't suffer for much out there, but you are going to shit outside. And that's all. But he's got running water inside the thing. You can take a shower.
Oh.
You know, I'm not recommending you go up there for the shower. But if you're up there for a couple of days, you get a little ripe. Get yourself a shower.
When we visited my grandparents up in Redby, up there on Lower Red Lake, the adults could use the indoor bathroom, but the kids had to use the outhouse.
Just to shame them? No, I'm serious.
I don't know why that rule was.
That's what we had to do. And oh, jeez.
Man, I really got to go. Well, and it's raining. Get outside. What?
You're getting wet one way or the other.
It's like 40 feet from the house. Oh, my God.
I don't like it. His is, Ange's, there's a bit of an incline to get to it. And some, it's like frost on the leaves or snow or whatever. And it's
or drinking.
Like pissing is, you can just piss off the deck. You don't have to go to the bathroom, but it's pretty much there for shits.
If it's an emergency, yeah.
For shits and giggles. When you feel like you have to laugh, you go in there too. But yeah, it's like not a lot of guys that I know, well, me, will go, I think I'm going to take a shit in about 5 minutes. I'm going to make my way over there. No, it's like I'm prairie dogging. If someone's in there, I'm going to be sitting on their lap. We're going to do it's going to be like riding Spider on the swings, two people shitting. And,
the worst part is...
If I fell, I would shit my pants. I think that's what I was getting at.
You knew you were roughing it when you went in there in the old days.
I don't like the term roughing it.
And the yellow pages is there.
When I hear roughing it, I just picture a guy with a handful of tree bark. Kind of roughing it.
No, but the yellow pages had the softer pages.
You think?
Well, the white pages were just as soft.
But... I think that I'd blind taste test you on that one. Another phone book.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
then.
Well, that makes us old because phone book. Hold on, walk me back through that. What is a phone book? What is a rotary phone? What is a push button phone?
What were we talking about? Pizza?
We were talking about pizza. So I want to know. Okay, so my first memory of pizza was that Gino stuff. Probably a Friday night, Little Partridge Family, fucking Brady Bunch, Room 222, Love American Style.
Old Odd Couple.
And that's the other show. I literally have a Instagram thing, and it talks about it's Friday night, 1979. What are you watching? And that was the exact lineup, but it was the Odd Couple, Room 222, then Odd Couple, then Love American Style, then the news. I always thought Love American Style was after the news and before Midnight Special, but
that was pretty risque for the time.
Love
American Style, yeah.
Are you shitting me? Yeah, that was a
Because they didn't come out and say it,
I
but
can't really say
there
what
was-
I want to say, but
the innuendos were there.
let's just say that if there were a bank, you could fill it that night. Anyway, between that and the Love Boat, there was plenty of,
Oh, the Love Boat, yeah.
I'd like a deposit slip.
We're
Please.
talking about pizza.
Yeah. So anyway, well, what were some of the things that I sent to you? Like, do you have a favorite all-time pizza, or should we save that for the end?
I save that for the end because I don't even know what that is. Because
Like, if time machine pizza, if you could go back in time, what would be, and you could have a slice, do you know where that would come from?
I don't.
Shit, mine might be Casey's over there on Pilot Knob and Highway 3 in Diffley.
Growing up in high school, and I went to a lot of pizza places on dates. I always,
Mark lived in a very pizza. You were by Northeast, right?
yeah.
Yeah, there were some very high-end,
But
good,
you would never guess.
non-chain pizza places over there.
You would never guess my top one. And it would be like the movie, Godfathers.
Really?
Yeah, I just
What
loved
movie?
them.
Oh,
2001 Space Odyssey.
Godfather, what movie? Goodfellas, you dipshit. Godfather's is on my list. I worked. Well, there was a time in my junior year of high school when I had, I think, 4 jobs, and one of them was Godfather's, but it was like 2 nights a week, and it was like washing dishes. But I learned at Godfather's how to take a dough hit. You know what a dough hit is?
I don't.
They're not very good for you. But what you do, when they do their dough and it's like fermenting or rising or whatever, it's in like a garbage can. I mean, food grade, whatever, but it's like a fucking 30-quart garbage can. And it's giving off a lot of carbon dioxide as it's doing that. So what people would do is they would open up the cap and stick their head in there and just breathe in as much as they could, and it just destroys brain cells and gets you really like damn near pass out high.
Yeah, because your oxygen level, you're hypoxic.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Just like an Officer and Gentleman when the guy couldn't do the patty cake.
I got nowhere to go.
I fucking love that movie.
That was my first introduction to greasy, cheesy pizza.
Godfathers.
Yeah. They had a lot of grease in their pizza, which I love.
I loved it like crazy. Now, the problem is, for me anyway, is that there was a legendary pizza place called Waldo's Pizza in Rochester, about 3 miles from the Godfathers in Rochester.
Oh, I could never find it.
So, Waldo's?
Never mind.
Dick. Hey, fucking Waldo's here. And there's one in St. Cloud. And every time I've been through town to get one, they're closed. And it looks pretty sketchy anyway. But they now have a Waldo's food truck has recently opened up. But when I was a kid, we would walk. I can't believe I haven't
Oh, I think your brother and you brought this up before.
driven off. It's got to be close to 2 miles we would walk just to go hang out at the pizza place. And have to walk your ass home like a mailman. Rain, sleet, snow, you name it. We were just fucking shoe leather expressing it down there. And you could, you and a buddy might get, or you and like 2 guys would get like a medium. So that meant there was like a odd piece too, where it's like whoever finished, you just scarf the shit down. And it was so much cheese on it, and it was good. That was the first ever cold pizza I had at my buddy Scott. One of my best friends growing up. My buddy's like, we wake up one morning, probably hungover because his parents were out of town, and we had a sleepover, raided the liquor cabinet, and he just pulls out the pizza from the night before. That's how you knew they were kind of like well off. He'd order more pizza than they could eat. You know what I mean? And he just grabbed a piece of pizza and started chowing. I'm like, cold pizza? He goes, I forget what he said, but it was legendary, I'm sure. So I'm like, okay, I'll try some. And it's like, nope, there we go. I'm fat now.
Did you?
That's how it started. That son of a bitch.
That was funny. When you're raiding the liquor cabinet, did you take, and you have an empty bottle, and you just take a little bit out of each bottle.
I don't think we so much rated theirs as that we had older siblings and just drank at the house.
If you ever done that, it makes it like a Long Island iced tea. It's actually very, very good and smooth.
Oh, just the old Suicide where you put a little bit of everything in?
Yeah. It's
I guess
actually
that's what
very good.
They call it that when, like if you're at a place where you can get pop and pour your own pop. We used to call it a Suicide where you would get a little bit of Mountain Dew, a little bit of Coke.
Oh, I never heard that, but
yeah, it's not a very
But you would think
term
that adding all these, like a Scotch, brandy, whiskey, vodka, that it would taste horrible. But it's actually
Did
very
you put
good.
any? Was there any like triple sec or lime or anything in there? Just straight fucking booze?
Yeah.
Look at you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
it was a lot better than peppermint schnapps, let me tell you. I thought that was awful.
Because you got sick on it once.
No, I just...
You never puked schnapps? I thought that was a thing. Southern Comfort was my little bugaboo. So I couldn't keep that down so good. We're still talking about pizza. Is this episode over?
No. Getting close.
All right, I'm going to do a couple of other pizza things. I will say that memorable pizzas, Chris and I used to have a thing where the night we both got paid on the same every other Friday. And the night before our payday, we would always get Domino's and share Domino's in our stupid little apartment in St. Paul. And it was just kind of our thing. It was kind of like, because I had Tuesday, I also worked like nights. I had like my schedule and hers weren't like the same, but I'd have Thursday nights off, and we would order a pizza, and it was just like the greatest because we were both kind of didn't have great like incomes at that time, and it was like that was our little midweek treat. And then we could go on Saturday and go to Mancini's. And for like $30, get steaks and a couple of beers and just...
You were living a dream.
Tell you right now, you go to Mancini's right now, $30 will get you a down payment on a good steak. So times have changed, but I guess so have incomes.
So I'm going to bring up, when I moved into the neighborhood, Jim is a pizza a critic or a savant, or what would you call it?
I eat a lot of pizza. I'm a pizza slut.
You are. And I love pizza also, but... Jim turned me on to Savoy's. I just moved back to Minnesota from out of state.
The original name of the restaurant is Red Savoy Inn.
And he turned me on to the sausage sauerkraut pizza.
Which my brother turned me on to. And I had for the first time as a cold square.
Oh, it's excellent.
And it
hot or cold?
I think I'm still burping up that garlic from that. They're doing a pretty good job of marketing themselves these days, but back then it was just, they had technically 3 locations, but the mothership was on East 7th Street in St. Paul. Maybe quarter of the time I would go in there, Red himself, who was just a big old, I think he was German or Polish, but just one of these big guys. He had like a 32-inch waist and about a 45-inch gut. Where, you know what I mean? Where he was, his pants were like tight around the waist, and then
the belt was working overtime.
But it was like he had underwire T-shirts or something, because it wasn't like it fell down. It was like just out there and proud. Like he had an athletic beer gut. Does that make any sense?
No.
Like right now?
Oh, he's like a sumo wrestler.
Sure. He was just an odd-looking dude, but he was funny. He was a funny guy, and I was going, hey, Red, I got to drive 45 minutes to get there. Why don't you open up down south of the river? Never happened. Well, now he's since died, but I think before he died, he started franchising out, and hopefully that is
They are not as good as the original.
As with every franchise, you lose a little bit, but it's still pretty good. And the guy that owns Apple Valley, which is where we get ours, also owns Lakeville and a couple others, and he's a good dude.
I would say Carboni's is the closest thing to Savoy's.
Well, funny you should say, because in the West St. Paul, what do you call that, river or something, they're not far. West St. Paul and the original Savoy are separated by Roberts. You can take Robert Street and get to both, okay? And the Carboni's and the Savoys had a bit of a what do you call that?
Rivalry?
Friendly rivalry, yes. And it shows. I mean, you can tell. I would say that Carboni's is too thin for my liking.
Oh, I do like a thin pizza.
I mean, I like it once in a while, but I prefer a little more chew. And but Savoy's sausage stayed the same, but their sauce suffered. I will say that. And Carboni's sauce never did anything for me. It was kind of an afterthought. But their toppings are good.
You know, we have another place down here,
therapeutic.
down south of the river, Old Piper.
Old Piper's very good.
You get the Chicago-style pizza?
The deep dish?
Yeah.
It's just thick crust.
It's thick crust, but it's a pie, pizza pie.
Okay.
And if you crashed on a deserted island, that'll keep you alive for months.
Really? I feel like I've had their deep dish, but maybe not. I've had Carboni's for sure.
Get the Chicago style
Okay.
at Old Piper.
Is it like the cheese on the bottom, sauce on the top kind of a thing?
If you get a large, you're going to be eating that for a week.
Okay. Good to know. Old Piper Inn. They have good, everything on their menu is good.
I do like
I
Old
like
Piper.
going there. Good happy hour. Pull tabs. They also have popcorn. It's not as good as Newt's, but it's okay. And yeah. So Savoy was definitely used to love turning people on to the sausage and sauerkraut because almost universally people would go like gross.
Mm-hmm.
And then they take a bite and they're like, it was like watching somebody listen to the Beatles for the first time.
Well, I love sauerkraut, so when you said that, I said,
But for the people that are anti, it's like, you ever had a brat?
Oh,
You put sauerkraut on that? Well, fucking sausage, brat, hello. Did you ever have Shakey's up here?
oh, yeah.
That was that was kind of the go-to kid pizza. Like, because people had birthday parties at Shakey's.
Yeah, it was kind of
the
the
stupid
Chuck
hat.
E. Cheese
I suppose.
of...
But you could watch them make it. They had the piano player.
It was awful pizza.
Oh, I don't know about that, man. I think I would love me a Shakey's right now. They had the cupping pepperoni.
Maybe I told myself that because I never got to go.
It's Casa Bonita. Sorry.
South Park reference.
It was, I don't know. All I know is that the pepperoni was good because it made me feel good. And I could wear a cool little pepperoni parlor hat. Not pepperoni, styrofoam parlor hat and look like an idiot. There was another place that Jeff worked at called Golden George's, which was conveniently located right across the highway from Shakey's. But that was like total bar pizza, like square cut, just sweaty, just the opposite of healthy, but pretty tasty shit. And they used to sponsor I was on Golden George's hockey team for a couple of years. So
And I would have went to state.
and no, but we could have our banquet in the basement. That's what that meant. And it was like all you can eat pizza. So that's it. And I didn't go to state because I wasn't very good at hockey. Turns out I suffered from poor eyesight and was a huge pussy. So, by the way, my elbow feels a lot better. Thanks for everyone for asking. Thanks for the cards and letters.
To end this episode, I'm going to bring up Jim is an excellent homemade pizza guy.
Oh, thank you.
No, you've turned me on to making homemade pizza, and you give us crust once in a while.
Can you edit that up until when you said you turned me on, and then just stop it right there for me? A little something I can carry around in my...
People already know that. Thought I'd throw in the pizza thing.
I can carry that around on my packet term.
That's going to get me through the
So
day.
I got a great deal on a KitchenAid mixer, and pretty much all I use it for is making pizza crust about, at this point, 4 times a year. So not a super good investment. I should learn to make, my doctor says get some more carbs in, so I should figure out a way to make more breads.
Beer has carbs.
I know. I got to make more beer, too. Thinking about making a batch. Maybe we could do that one podcast night. I got to make a
That
deer
would
hunting.
be excellent
I want to make a
episode.
deer
of-
hunting. Oh, it's more exciting to make a fucking thing of soup than it is to make beer. Beer is very boring. It's a lot of cleaning and boiling and cooling, and that's it. And then you're done. So anyway, other pizzas while we're on it though. Rocky Rococo's, huge fan. When I lived in Arizona, there was a pizza place called Sonny's Pizza, and they would like do the crust out wide, and then there was sauce in the crust, but it wasn't like over the top, which is so good. Sonny's, Tempe, Arizona, what up? Godfathers we mentioned. Pizza Luce makes a phenomenal elote pizza. Bricks
Isn't that a car?
Elote? The Plymouth elote. Yes. It's just the lotte, but you're thinking about the non-gas running version. It's the elote. Then there's what was I going to say? Luce. There's some other reference that tied it right back to home. Anyway, thanks for listening. Mark's got a nice little outro that we're doing now.
Oh, that's a slam.
I don't, so you do. You must.
Get a hold of us on email at TheAscertainers@gmail.com or text us on any platform that you listen to us on. And you can also like us on Facebook.
And if this is your first time listening to us, go back to I hope you haven't read the whole write-up. So each episode has an actual write-up. You have to kind of click on it to expand it if you're on your phone. But go back to the previous episode. In the write-up, I embedded or I hid 3 different song titles. And the answer to episode 74's hidden words is in the hashtags of the episode 75. That is the one you're listening to. So,
thank you for listening. That was a lot.
That journey was totally worth every step. Don't you think? All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.